If you can do photo, then you can do video. There's no reason why you can't. And if you don't want to, I would like to know why. What's good? What's the word? How's the top of the year going for y'all? Hopefully y'all set some goals. Hopefully y'all broke those goals down into some smaller goals, things that are actually achievable, things that you could take action on. But anyways, let's get into it. I want to talk about making the jump from photography to videography. If you haven't yet, what's your holdup? What's your reservations on crossing over to video? Listen, if you understand ISO, aperture, shutter speed, there's no reason why you can't do video. And I'm not really sure what people are afraid of from adding video into their workflow. Again, if you understand the fundamentals of the camera, nothing changes, right? It's a motion picture. So if you know how to capture a still image, this is literally the same thing, but with motion. I started with video in 2010 and I was shooting strictly music videos. That's it. I have another channel, I'll link you to it. Y'all can go through some of those if you want to. It was 2013 that I got into photo because another photographer hit me to do behind the scenes video for a shoot with Daphne Joy. So all I did was peep his setup and he was shooting everything with one light. And I'm just like, I'm looking at it like, there's no reason why I can't do this. So, you know, me just being me, I recognized the opportunity in it and I peeped his light. I looked at the brand, and mind you, I'm shooting behind the scenes, so I'm getting all the close-ups I need to figure out what it is that I need to go buy. I promise you, literally that same night, I went and threw all of that shit in a cart and bought it. And my mindset was, well, if I spent the money, I'm not gonna let it go to waste. Now I have to learn how to use this equipment. And that's literally how I launched myself into photography. I think I spent about $1,200, like, and this is like just after I got fired from my job, right? So I was kind of like, I was betting on myself for real, for real. When I had the initial idea about this video, I wanted to speak on pros and cons, you know, because I like to weigh things out for y'all. I like to show both ends of the spectrum, but I couldn't really find any cons. If somebody knows some cons about learning video, drop them in my comments. I would love to know why you are against video. I mean, we're creatives, right? Video allows you to expand your creativity to another dimension. As far as storytelling goes, you have movement, you have sound, you have editing, your editing sequence and how you put your story together. So it's multi-dimensional, but really if we're comparing the two, we're talking about going from 2D to like 5D, like we're in a tesseract with video. And then to add to that, let's talk about marketability, right? Let's talk about the business side. You know I'm gonna touch on the business side because that's what I do. So let's talk about marketability. A photographer with videographer skills in their bag, that's a problem. You're way more valuable than somebody that just has one or the other. I mean, look at the times we're in. Look how prominent video is in today's world. You have all these social platforms that have essentially turned from being photo-based to video-based, to the point where they were paying people to post. You would be crazy to ignore the fact that that's where the market is right now. So how do you lose with adding video to your bag? If you were able to do both, how many more bookings do you think that you would get? How many more clients do you think would be hitting you and utilizing you to your full potential because you're capable of doing both photo and video? And on top of that, look at how competitive the market is right now. Think about how many creatives there are right now. I remember just getting on the Instagram like 2011, 2012-ish versus now. It's so saturated, and not in a bad way. It's more people expressing themselves. I love it, but it also makes you have to be more creative with how to make yourself stand out. And what does that more than being well versed in both photo and video? And again, back in the business bag. So if we're offering more services, chances are we're probably gonna increase our revenue, right? We're probably gonna make a few more dollars, maybe a lot more dollars than we was doing before. You know what I'm saying? So instead of being a one-trick pony, no offense, now you're a two-trick pony. Now you can offer both services individually. You're able to be booked for these services individually, or you can bundle them for the clients that are looking for you to do both. Now they don't have to hire somebody. That makes you turnkey. Now you're a one-stop shop. They can hit you for their needs. So if you think about this from the client's perspective and they're looking to book a gig and they have a list of people that they need for the production of this thing, you can be two of those people. That's not mentioning if you do like graphic work or anything else like that. These are all tools that you should have in your bag. Unless you just want to be the niched person that just does one thing. And if that's you, cool, then you know what I'm saying, by any means, do that. But for me, I've always kind of dabbled in a little bit of everything, and I've taken time to kind of focus in certain areas, but being able to stack your services, stack your skills, stack your crafts, however you want to label it, in the long run helps you. Okay, so put it this way, you can damn near double your earnings just by adding video. You can pretty much charge whatever it is you charge for photo, the same rate for you to sit in that session and do video. And mind you, when you're working on whatever this project is, adding video, like I can tell you firsthand, and it's depending on what you're shooting, but for the most part, adding video into a package doesn't extend the time too much, you know? So we're adding maybe an hour additional on the back end. So now you're opening your margins way up, you know what I'm saying? Like if we're getting into the nitty gritty of the business, like now you're able to stack those rates up a little bit more and it starts to snowball a little faster for you because people are hitting you for more than one thing. And then let's not add in if they want additional cuts, additional edits from the same footage that you captured in that additional time, and you can hit them for all of those. So you really got to think expansively. The learning curve for jumping from photo to video is this, you know what I'm saying? Like there's really no excuse for you to not be able to do both outside of your camera, not being capable of doing both. Nowadays, there's so many new companies that have equipment at lower cost. There's no reason why you can't dive in and get the equipment that you need to bridge the gap. If you do video, it's not tough to cross over to photo. If you do photo, it's not tough to cross over to video. I promise you. The most complicated thing you're probably gonna run into is switching your frame rate from 24 to 60 frames so you can go from real time to slow-mo. They make hybrid cameras and half of us probably own them. I just got the Canon R5C because I wanted a body that was well-versed in both because I do both. I mean, I have my big boys, you know, I have a Red and this is strictly video, but it's really not, you know, because they even advertise this as being capable of taking stills because you can snap screenshots. You can take stills from the footage because of how clean they shoot. So yeah, if y'all know something that I don't, please enlighten me and tell me why you don't want to add video to your bag. I would love to know. So if this motivates you to make that jump, push that like button for me and drop a comment down below and let me know. And then again, if y'all have questions on anything regarding video or photo for that matter, but specifically speaking to this video, if you have any questions about it, hit me. If you're trying to figure out what camera to get, hit me. Typically, I'll tell you the one that you can afford, but let me know and we can talk about it. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, that's it for this one. Hopefully I didn't hold y'all too long. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, share this with somebody else that's on the fence with jumping over. Yeah, until the next time, I'm out.